Aku stood in the small bathroom, staring at 2 red lines that refused to disappear on the pregnancy test kit. Her hands were shaking. Outside, she could hear the evening sounds of Accra. But inside her, everything had changed. She was pregnant, and that should have been good news. But Aku knew something that made her heart pound in fear. Kwame had said it clearly. Me, I won't raise girls. If my wife gives birth to a girl, she will go back to her father's house. Now, the words echoed in her ears like a curse. What if it's a girl? For 3 weeks, Aku kept it to herself. At 8 weeks, she could no longer hide it. When she told Kwame, his face broke into a slow smile. It better be a boy. Those words did not sound like a joke. At 5 months, Kwame insisted on a scan. The sonographer smiled softly. Would you like to know the gender? Just as she was about to speak, the power went out. At 7 months, Kwame began preparing strong, powerful male names. But something had changed inside Aku. Fear was slowly turning into strength. Labor started at dawn. With one final push, a cry filled the room. The midwife turned to her with warm eyes. Congratulations, it's a girl. When they placed the baby on her chest, Aku knew this child was hers, and she would never apologize for her existence. 3 days later, Kwame returned home. He stood near the cot where the baby slept. She opened her eyes, looked directly at him, and smiled. He reached out a hesitant finger. The baby grabbed it tightly. He stood there for a long time, long enough for pride to melt. Finally, he spoke quietly. She will not go anywhere. Months later, the same man who once said he would not raise a girl was the one carrying her on his shoulders. A tiny hand can change a grown man's heart.